sparked the writing, this is the story I tell everyone. I grew up in the early 80s. I was a huge fan of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I loved it as a kid. But you grow out of many of these things, but then call it nostalgia, call it what you will, call it, the virus of fandom, however you want to put it. I was in my early 20s. I went into a Barnes & Noble, and I just wanted a novelization of the old cartoon, right? Something that was a little more adult, a little more mature, where the stakes were higher, but with these characters that I knew and loved and grew up with as a kid. I couldn't find a He-Man and the Masters of the Universe novel to save my life. So what I did is I said, okay, I'm gonna go home and write the He-Man story that I wanna read. Ultimately, I decided, you know what, I think I just want to leave all the He-Man stuff aside. I kept the beats of the story are effectively the same, but the names have changed, the mythology has changed. Dimitrios Lopez is my alter ego. Now, I have a very good publisher. They've been very good to me, but they only do so much. They've got to go on to the next book. And if you want to keep your book in the public eye at all, a lot of that's going to come from you. You got to be the marketing and the management team and the advertising team yourself. Fortunately, when you start using a bunch of Greek letters and Greek words in your title, there aren't a whole lot of books like that out there. So it will pop up. It is a historical fiction book about the Battle of Thermopylae. Before too long, you find yourself reading English translations of people like Herodotus and Thucydides. And at one point, a mentor that I had sat me down and said, hey, you ever think about going to grad school for this stuff? I tell my students all the time, be careful the books you read, because it may start a whole career that you had no idea you even wanted or knew existed. And I've had so many people say, oh, you're a Latin teacher? Let me show you my tattoo. And I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, do I need to get a refund for my graduate education? Because I don't know what that says. But I was talking a little bit with the editor, and she kind of gave me some good advice. She said, listen, you're trying to write 7 books. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Make sure you give yourself time to enjoy the process.